to have Kathleen join us. Kathleen is a geriatric primary care nurse practitioner, received her master's in nursing from UCLA, and has been in the medical field practicing for over 30 years. And Kathleen has been a friend of Alzheimer's Coachella Valley since we opened. She's always been available to help us educate our people in different venues regarding relaxation, meditation. And since normally the holidays tend to be busy and hectic, this year, for the first time for a lot of us, is going to be very unique. And so there's some added stressors involved. And so that is the reason we asked Kathleen to come back and share some strategies with us to help us enjoy this time of the year, and get some new insights into helping us face the challenges ahead. So I'm going to turn this over to Kathleen. And Kathleen, if you'd like to share more information about yourself with our folks, you're more than welcome to do that.
Thank you so much, Pat. It's always a pleasure to be a part of this group, and I'm sincerely filled with gratitude that you've asked me to do this, so thank you. Yes, indeed, the holidays are an interesting time, especially now with the COVID and the rise of the COVID. It's very straining for all of us, and we've been under a lot of stress since February, chronic stress, and now to have this added to us is just something for some of us, it's a bit much. But hoping today that I can share with you some tips, some exercises. Some of them are going to be review and some of them might be new, that you can institute in a minute, 5-minute, or 10-minute intervals. And I would say this is an experiential experience, so just enjoy it. Don't take any notes or anything, just I will lead you through the way and we'll go from there. Again, I wanted to say in terms of what we're experiencing, it's important to manage expectations as well as to nurture yourselves. And ways to nurture yourselves is by doing these exercises, which will help activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the rest, relaxation, and restore. So first off, I'd like to start with how to relax the body. And by doing so, once we relax the body, we can then relax the mind and then work with the spirit. So one exercise that I'd like to do to help relieve tension as well as to reconnect the left and right hemispheres is the exercise that I like. It's called cross crawl. And you can do this any time of the day. If you feel like you need a break, if you feel like you want to get re-energized, you can do it just for a few repetitions or a little longer. So I'm going to demonstrate. I've gotten out of my chair, and hopefully you can see me. So I'm going to alternate my right elbow with my left knee and my left elbow with my right knee. And by doing this, we activate the left and right hemispheres. We strengthen them so that we can act and think clearly. So I'm using the left elbow with the right knee, the right elbow with the left knee, and we're just going back and forth. And if you can't do elbows, you certainly can do your hand. And you're breathing as you're doing this. And then you come back to your chair and you sit down and you kind of just take an assessment and you breathe in and you breathe out. And you get a sense of feeling more awake. It's as if your headlights are now on. So that's the cross crawl exercise. Excuse me, my nose has a little allergy problem today. Another exercise I like to use, and this can be done anytime during the day or evening, but basically day, is to stand. And this exercise I like doing outside. So I'm going to be on my knees so that I'm in the screen so you can see me. But I'll go outside and I'll put my back to the sun and my feet are flat on the floor, either on the grass or on the cement, which feels most comfortable to you. And we are just going to allow the sun rays to come from the celestial heavens to penetrate the top of our scalp and feel the sun rays penetrate and start to relax the scalp muscles, the muscles behind the neck and shoulders. And as you're receiving this divine energy from the heavens above, you are also drawing from the earth, from Mother Earth and the ground, nature. You're pulling in the elements of nature and earth through the feet, through the soles of your feet. So as if you're connecting from the heavens above and the earth below, drawing them into your body and focusing on breathing. Just enjoying being outside and focusing on the breath, breathing in and breathing out. And by doing this, you're grounding yourselves with the earth and centering yourselves and feeling both the blessing of the sun rays penetrating the scalp, neck, and shoulders, and also feeling as if you're connected from below so that you feel like you're not always in your head, but you're grounded and drawing that earth energy into your body so that you feel centered, balanced, and connected. And you can do this anywhere from a minute to 5 minutes being outside, especially now since we're enjoying pristine weather, okay? So it's a way to get connected with nature. So that's the second exercise for the body. And the last exercise for the body is the progressive muscle relaxation exercise. You can start with the feet and squeeze those toes to a count of 3. 1, 2, 3, and then relax. Squeeze the calf muscles to a count of 3. 1, 2, 3, and then relax. Coming up to the buttocks, tighten those buttocks cheeks. 1, 2, 3, and relax. Tighten up your hands, create a grasp, squeeze. 1, 2, 3, and relax. Coming up to the shoulders, tighten those shoulders and upper arms. 1, 2, 3, and relax. Let's all make a funny face. Squeeze. 1, 2, 3, and relax. Okay, and just kind of now feel that hopefully you've dissipated a little muscular tension wherever you are holding that in your body, letting it go. Okay, so the 3 exercises again for review to help release tension and reawake the neurons in the brain are the cross crawl technique, either elbow to opposite knee or hand in hand to opposite knee. And I would suggest 5 to 10 repetitions of those and then relax and come back, and I guarantee you'll feel more alive, more awake, okay? And then connecting with the celestial sky and earth below. It's just feeling connected to earth and feeling grounded, like you're part of something. And the last one, progressive muscle relaxation, is another way to tighten and then release the tension in your muscles, starting from the toes, working up to the calves, thighs, buttocks, hands, shoulders, and the face. Okay. The next area that I want to attend to is the mind, the busy, thoughtful, emotional mind. I like to illustrate how we can relax the mind by first blowing some bubbles. Yes, I've done this before. I like blowing bubbles. And blowing the bubbles helps illustrate this imaginary quality that we are breathing, that we're so adhered to, is this air, this fabulous air. As we're breathing in this air, think of those fabulous bubbles as you're inhaling and exhaling, breathing in the pure, clean, fresh air. You can do this sitting down with your eyes closed, thinking beyond the tips of your nose, that bubble of air, pure, clean, and relaxing. And then on the exhale, just releasing and letting it go. Now, sometimes during the holidays, our buttons might get pressed for emotional concerns. We may find that we become anxious, restless, a little sad. The next meditation is the white clouds of emotion. So what I suggest you do is think of the emotion, good emotions, positive emotions, breathing in calm and peace. And then on the exhale, you can open your mouth a little bit and releasing any tension, worry, sadness, just let it go. And then repeat the white clouds coming in that are positive, uplifting, and caring. Breathing those in. And then on the exhale, releasing any toxic substances back out into the environment, letting go the anger, the anxiety, the sadness, just let it go. And then start over again, breathing in. And then slowly exhaling and breathing out. So we're breathing in calm, peace, love. And then exhaling anything that doesn't serve you, maybe anxiety, stress, worries. Just let it go. And so you can do the white cloud of emotion meditation anytime, anywhere. So that's a nice way to help regulate emotions that might have gotten stirred either by a family conversation or by reading something on the internet. A next way to help reduce the mind chatter is doing what they call watching the candle. And I'm going to demonstrate the candle meditation. We're going to do this carefully so that we're with the candle. We don't leave candles alone by themselves. But I'm going to strike the candle, look at the flame on the match, then light the wick of the candle. And now just focus on the flame of the candle for about a minute or two in a nice, gentle, easy gaze. And what we're doing right now is breathing in and breathing out. And the focus of our gaze is the flame of the candle. It doesn't matter what color candle you use, but you're allowing the beauty of the flame of the candle to mesmerize you and bring you into the flame of awareness. So this helps reduce monkey thoughts by focusing on the flame. Breathing in and breathing out. And you'll notice the flame has a life and a dance to itself. And it can be very interesting and illuminating by watching the flame of the candle as you're breathing in and slowly breathing out. You'll observe the candle wax starting to melt, a pool of wax being created under the wick. There's a lot involved in watching a candle. So by doing this, focus helps turn down and dissipate all the chatter that might be accumulating during the day, and just sit and watch the candle burn as you're breathing in and slowly breathing out. In doing so, you'll find that your breathing becomes more regulated, slower. You'll find that the thoughts will be less, and you'll find that the body is comfortable just by a focus. And if you didn't want to do a candle focus, you can get something from nature, perhaps a rose, and look at a beautiful rose and the petals of the rose. So what you're doing is you're taking a time out from whatever you were consumed with and focusing either on a beautiful candle or on a flower, and just giving it your direct attention as you're sitting there, breathing in and breathing out. Your lips can be either open or closed on the exhale. So again, this is a focused awareness type of meditation where you select what you'd like to concentrate on. A flower, a candle, the bubbles representing your breath. So those are three aspects that can help quiet the mind. If you find yourself all wrapped up in your mind, you want to come back down and be present. Another type of meditation is eating meditation. And so you do it in a very careful, conscious way. I don't have a fork with me right now, but let's say I were to pretend like this was a lemon, okay? I'd look at the lemon, I would admire its shape, its color, its texture, all about the lemon. Where did it come from? How did it grow? Who harvested the lemon? What variety is this lemon? There's many varieties of lemon. And so it's as if mindfulness brings your attention to the object and you become very, very curious about this object. I know we've had lemons and we've used lemons in the past, but now you're giving it that extra attention about the lemon. And then you slice the lemon and you experience the scent of the lemon. It has an interesting scent to it. And then you may bring that slice of lemon to your nose and to your mouth and see what happens in the sensation of taste. You can start to open your mouth and see how the muscles and the receptors work with your tongue. They're anticipating a type of taste, whether it's sweet, sour, bitter, so it's so interesting. We as a culture are used to doing things so very fast and rapidly, whereas mindfulness activities takes an item and really analyzes in a loving way what this item is all about. And you really are living in the here and in the now when you do a mindful activity, such as eating. You can also translate another mindful activity in terms of walking, whether in your residence or out and about, feeling the heel, feeling the arch of your foot or the ball of your foot, and then coming onto the toes. And then noticing your balance when you come onto your left foot, putting your heel, the arch, and the toes on the surface and seeing that balance. So you can enjoy this activity using your breath, but bringing your awareness down to walking on the pavement or on the grass, feeling one with your body. That's what mindful walking is all about. Bringing you from the head and the thinking thoughts down to the feet and the feeling, the sensation, breathing in the air and making you feel whole and balanced. Okay? So to review for mindfulness and to help reduce the mental chatter, I gave you some activities by focusing on the breath, utilizing the bubbles, and noticing that's what we're breathing in, and then releasing, coming back into the environment, back out, and releasing it. And then we lit a candle, watching the candle flame as a focus of concentration, letting the busy chatter of the mind calm down, and or using a rose or a flower as your focus, and just to relax and let it go in and go out. And then demonstrated eating a piece of fruit such as a lemon, and really getting acquainted with the lemon as if you never had tasted this lemon before, knew where it came from or how it was grown, but really savoring, that's a key word, savoring these experiences, not rushing to the next item, but enjoying where you are right now, breathing in and slowly breathing out. Taking a segue for a moment, it's been interesting how all of us have had to change and adapt our lifestyle to being more cautious and careful in light of the COVID virus concerns. And so now, as we get closer to the holidays, I find that we have to dig deeper in our strength, deeper within ourselves to really come and value each and every one of you, not to rush into things, but really enjoy and acknowledge where you are right now. And I'm sure when you communicate with your friends and loved ones, it's hard. It really is hard nowadays, especially with the holidays. But we can communicate by phone, by email, letting them know how you feel. I mean, the holidays are about love, sharing of love and gratitude. Are they not? You know? So we're finding ourselves to be more creative, more patient, and more kind to each and every one that we meet, because we are under this tremendous, I call it experiment of going within. This opportunity this virus has presented us. And we're having to be creative, patient, and a little bit slow going, because we can't rush and multitask, because we have to be careful of what we're doing and where we are. We have to be cognizant, washing our hands, practicing social distancing, doing the best we can. We have that halo over us, so that when you come home and return home to your refuge, you wash your hands, and perhaps you may find a little reassurance by maybe taking a whiff of a natural or essential oil to kind of bring you back to the present moment, so that it awakens you and brings you center. Another item to help with our spiritual essence is a heart center meditation. And so I invite you to close your eyes in your chair. Feet are flat on the floor. Head, neck, and shoulders are relaxed. And you're holding yourself in a dignified manner. Your arms and hands are relaxed, and you're holding them either on your thighs or in your lap. And you start off first by bringing your attention beyond the tip of your nose, starting to feel and sense that cool whiff of air that you're breathing into the nostrils. And then slowly letting it out with a nice smile on your face, releasing with a smile. And then bringing a hand and another hand to your heart. And just at first, be aware of your heart beating. Feel its beat as best you can. For some of us, the beat might be deep and slow. For others, it might be a little faster. All we're simply doing right now is bringing our hands to the heart and feeling us being human. The human heart as you're breathing in and slowly breathing out. And on the next inhalation, as you feel your heart beating, you can breathe in thanks or thank. And then on the exhale, you. So we're showing appreciation and gratitude to ourselves and to our body and to our heart. Because we need to be strong to serve and be of service and help to others, those that we care for in our family, who are having various forms of memory issues, as well as other health challenges. So we need to be strong. We need to take care of ourselves. And it's okay to come to center and thank yourselves by placing your hands gently on the heart, feeling the heart beating, and making you aware that you're in the here and the now, because every moment is a precious moment. The moment we just experienced will never, ever return. So we enjoy the present moment with beauty and gratitude by simply saying on the inhale, thank, and on the exhale, you. And if you wanted to also include another affirmation, you can say on the inhale, I, and on the exhale, love. I love. And if you wanted to finish that, you could say, I love you. I care for you. I'm compassionate. This is another form of expressing what they call metta meditation or loving kindness meditation. You start off with yourselves, with your hands over your heart, and then you can release the hands from the heart, continuing the focus of the heart. You can consider anyone in your family in front of you and expressing a heart-to-heart connection by sharing with them your loving kindness to them, appreciating them, giving them strength, honoring them in a loving, kind way. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And then releasing that person from your family and perhaps bringing a neutral person into your sphere of awareness. Maybe a neutral person might be the postal worker or grocery clerk, and seeing them in front of you and expressing loving kindness for all that they're doing to help us. As you're breathing in and slowly breathing out, appreciating and thanking them. I thank you. I thank you. And then releasing that neutral person. And then lastly, bringing in a person that perhaps you don't agree with. You've had some misunderstandings. And perhaps bringing that person to life, blessing them, and sending them peace, forgiveness, and understanding. As you're breathing in and slowly breathing out. Breathing in love and exhaling forgiveness or peace. And then letting that person release that person and just coming back to your center, opening your eyes and just feeling grounded and balanced as you're breathing in and slowly breathing out. I find during the holidays, and especially now in light of what the virus is doing, particularly tiring and lack of energy, because we have used so much energy from February through the summer to now. trying to do the best we can in keeping ourselves healthy, I find we're a little depleted. And I want to give you permission. It's okay to take a nap or two during this time. A 15-20 minute nap can be very rejuvenating. Okay, so please, please, if you find that you're tired, mentally tired, and if you can, allow yourselves to take a rest and not to belittle yourselves that you're feeling overwhelmed or tired. We're going through tough times. We're having to sort through all this information, and it can be tiring and stressful. So taking a nap or two during the day is quite beneficial to you. I have found that growing an herb garden, an indoor herb garden, can be quite exhilarating and fun, especially now since we're watching where we're going and our social distancing. It's fun to take part and see nature at its beauty, seeing a seed germinate from the soil and come up and break the soil, and you water it. And it's as if you're a little mini farmer, you know, with an herb garden. You can get chives and parsley and basil. And besides growing them, you can eat them. You can also take a fragrance from them and whiff them and bring you back to center. So growing an herb garden, I find helpful. Laughter and having fun is good as well. Whatever you want to do, watch something silly on YouTube or Netflix. Be silly yourself. Go through the house and do a silly dance. Wave your hands a silly way. Make silly faces in a mirror and see what you can come up with. And giggle and laugh. Laughter has so many positive qualities, and it excites the mind and the brain to create endorphins, that feel-good hormone. So you can laugh about the silliest thing. It doesn't have to be make sense, you know? You can be your own humorist, your own comic in these times. So create your own self-humor. But I think laughter is indeed called upon, especially during this time, as well as smiling. I also find helpful Epsom salt baths or foot baths, putting Epsom salt in a warm pool of water, a bucket of water, and putting a foot in and then the other foot. Epsom salts has a mineral component of magnesium and can relax the tension of muscle fatigue. So you can put it in a bathtub or you can put it in a foot bath. So I find that helpful. What else? So again, I want to go and I want to share with you another guided imagery. It's about 5 to 7 minutes long, and it's called Hope, H-O-P-E. And Jan's with us, and we did this exercise on Wednesday about hope. And so I just want to share with you this wonderful guided imagery. So close your eyes, and I'm going to share with you about finding hope. Okay. Imagine you've been searching for a dear friend, someone you've known and loved for years, and that person's name is Hope. You and Hope had some wonderful times together when you were with her, and you always felt uplifted and willing to try new things. But lately, you've been separated, and you've had been having some trouble finding your friend Hope, and you've become quite sad. You thought you might find Hope in the north central part of the United States in Minnesota, because there's a city there called New Hope. And so you traveled by airplane and train, and then by bus, and finally you arrive at New Hope. You had no idea where to start, so you simply started going door to door, asking for your friend Hope. At each house you were told, no, there's no Hope here. No hope at all. No, I don't know where you'll find Hope, but I wish you well. And so you decide to take a rest. You find a park with a grassy lawn and some old comfy benches. And you settle down and you close your eyes and you decide to take a snooze for a while, trying to remember what hope looked like when you were young. Soon you're dreaming of going door to door, finding hope. And in your dream, you're sitting along a curb and you see a car go by. And just for a moment, just before the car passes you, you think you've seen Hope riding along in the front seat. That's when you wake up and what are you supposed to do? So you wake up, you're sitting on the bench, but you're still in New Hope, Minnesota, but you know you've seen Hope. You've seen her in your dream. She's got to be here. And no sooner that you open your eyes and you look to the right, there's Hope. And she's looking at you and smiling and as lovely and friendly as ever. You take a moment to catch up with her and find out what she's been up to, and you get reacquainted. And this is like you feel giddy and young, like a child. You're actually talking to your friend, Hope. You might want to tell her how long you've been looking for her and all the things you've tried and how hard it's been. She listens, she nods, and she understands. And she even starts to put her arm around you, around a shoulder. You sit there and you feel her loving warmth starting to surround you. Ah, you have found your friend Hope. Consider one thing you can do, knowing that you can talk to her and share with her your deep, utmost concern. Some deep concern that you want some help with, that you've been carrying around with. It almost feels like a burden, but you want to relieve it and change that quality. So you ask her opinion about the situation you're experiencing, having to go through the holidays, not with family, but from afar, through a computer, something inanimate. She understands, she looks you in the eye, and she says, just be patient, just be patient. A vaccine is soon to arrive, and hope, sincerely lots of hope, arrives with the vaccine. Continue having positive attributes and positive feelings for your fellow mankind, knowing that each and every one blessing them, knowing that they're doing the best, and that we'll get this virus under control, and that we'll find some relief, hopefully sooner than later. And so you express gratitude from hearing this from Hope. She's been working and trying to get to you as well, finding you, reconnecting with you, because we all know these have become challenging, almost to the degree, somewhat uneasy times. But hope is there. Hope is on the horizon. So you take a moment and you begin to visualize the information that Hope has conveyed to you. So close your eyes and listen to the following affirmations and allow them to resonate within you. I am opening to new possibilities and allowing life to fill me with enthusiasm. I'll read that again. I am opening to new possibilities and allowing life to fill me with enthusiasm. I am allowing life to breathe new energy into me, and I am being uplifted. Again, I am allowing new life to breathe into me, and I am being uplifted. I am hoping for the best possible outcome, and I'm embracing all that is good. I am hoping for the best possible outcome, and I am hoping that and embracing all that is good. I am taking charge of my attitude, looking forward and turning toward the light, that beautiful light of hope, inspiration, that feeling of my spirit. Yes, yes, saying, yes, I can. Yes, I will. And yes, I am. This wonderful human whole being, feeling awake and aware and alive. Feeling awake and aware and alive. So I hope we allow all the benefits of this experiencing, finding hope, to resonate within each and every one of you, so that during the next 6 weeks or so, when things become a little tight, a little short, maybe a little uncertain, that you can take any one of these practices or exercises and practice them for a minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, to help reset you in a positive, balanced, centered way. Okay? And again, we all are going to have to lessen our expectations of one another just a little bit. We're not going at 100% capacity. We're going like 80% capacity, because we have been shouldering what we've had to do with the virus from the beginning of the year through now, taking on the extra concern of the holidays and the upswing of the virus. So I want you, each and every one of you, to honor yourselves in terms of self-care. It's important, it's very important to take care of one another within the confines of your house, okay? I know it's hard. I know it's hard with the media and what they're representing, the thoughts that you're creating, the what ifs. But hopefully, through some of these body, mind, and spirit exercises, that you will find yourselves recalibrated for even just a few minutes to go on with your day. And to conclude, I enjoy, before I go to bed, to reflect on our day. What did I enjoy? There's so much to be grateful for, folks, so much. Our health, our senses, where we live, the food that you eat, the air that we breathe, the clothes. We are so blessed. We are so fortunate. We are so thankful. Thankful for each and every one of you. Very thankful. So I'm going to open it up to questions and